It was one of those mornings that made you wish you could just stay in bed and let the world spin without you. Catherine's alarm blared like a foghorn, dragging her out of a dream about sandy beaches and late-night bonfires. With a groan, she threw her covers aside and swung her legs over the side of the bed, her feet landing on the cold floor. I need coffee. First on her to-do list was a quick shower before her 9 a.m. class. As she turned on the water, she remembered the pile of laundry stacked in the corner of her room, still untouched since last week. I really should have done laundry yesterday. It had been a busy week filled with midterms, and her wardrobe was largely reduced to a collection of mismatched socks and the reliable pair of jeans she wore far too often. After a shower that felt more like a dash through a rainstorm, Catherine rummaged through her closet for something clean to wear. She sighed as she pulled out a t-shirt that was just a bit too wrinkled, and a pair of jeans that were far from fresh, but they would have to do. Just as she reached for her favorite sneakers, she realized she only had one sock. She searched frantically under her bed and in her laundry basket but came up empty-handed. Of course, an incomplete pair of socks is just what I needed today. Finally dressed, one sock clad and the other bare, she dashed out the door, her phone and wallet clutched tightly in hand. She was already late, and the last thing she wanted was to miss her class on the American dream. As she stepped outside, she squinted against the bright sunlight, wishing she had remembered her sunglasses. Her car, Ruby, was parked proudly in the driveway, a modest hatchback that had seen better days. But when she turned the key in the ignition, the comforting purr of an engine coming to life was replaced by a splutter and a groan. Catherine, Vio. No, not today! She groaned, banging her palm against the steering wheel in frustration. She took a deep breath, reminding herself to stay calm. She could handle this. An idea sparked in her mind. Her roommate Emily had a car. She was always up for lending it if she wasn't busy. She raced back inside, hurriedly texting Emily to check if she could borrow her car. As she paced around her tiny living room, anxiously glancing at the clock, the minutes slipped by. Time was not on her side. An idea sparked in her mind. Her roommate Emily had a car. She was always up for lending it if she wasn't busy. She raced back inside, hurriedly texting Emily to check if she could borrow her car. As she paced around her tiny living room, anxiously glancing at the clock, the minutes slipped by. Time was not on her side. Just then, her phone buzzed, and relief flooded over her as she opened the text. Emily had replied, "Sure, I need to find my keys first. One sec." Catherine couldn't help but chuckle, as if misplacing keys was a rarity among college students. After 5 minutes that felt like an eternity, Emily emerged triumphantly from her room, keys jangling in her hand. "Found them! Let's go!" Emily exclaimed. Catherine's heart lifted. They jumped into Emily's car, the familiar scent of their favorite air freshener filling the air, a welcome distraction from the morning's chaos. As they pulled away, Catherine let out a sigh of relief, but just as soon as she relaxed, she felt a pang of regret about Ruby. Catherine thought to herself, "I really need to get that checked." As they navigated through the busy campus traffic, Catherine glanced over at Emily, who had her sunglasses perched on her nose, looking like a carefree rock star. Catherine wondered aloud, "You think we'll actually make it in time?" Emily responded with a chuckle. "With this traffic? Probably not. But who said being tardy was a crime? Besides, it's how we learn to live our lives, right? A little chaos never hurt anyone." Emily flashed her a reassuring smile. When they finally arrived at the campus parking lot, Catherine couldn't help but feel a rush of gratitude. College life was a whirlwind of ups and downs. Some days started with chaos, but somehow, she knew there was always a way to navigate through it, even if it meant wearing mismatched socks or having to borrow a friend's car. When they finally arrived at the campus parking lot, Catherine couldn't help but feel a rush of gratitude. College life was a whirlwind of ups and downs. Some days started with chaos, but somehow, she knew there was always a way to navigate through it, even if it meant wearing mismatched socks or having to borrow a friend's car. As they walked toward the lecture hall, Catherine felt a warmth inside her. Moments like these reminded her how important it was to lean on friends. She knew life would throw her more curveballs, but with friends by her side, she could handle whatever came her way, even if it meant wearing that one odd sock for the rest of the day. After all, college was about embracing the chaos and learning to laugh at the little things. "Let's just hope today doesn't turn out like yesterday," Catherine joked, remembering the epic fail when she tried to impress her professor with a presentation and accidentally spilled coffee all over her notes. Hey, if it does, just remember, one sock, two keys, and a whole lot of friends can carry you through. Emily giggled as they approached the lecture hall, where the chatter of students and the rustle of paper filled the air. With a smile, Catherine stepped inside, ready to take on the day, one mismatched sock at a time.